Hello. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, it's been a long time. That's true. And I'm introducing this painting, and I'm pretty far along with it. Uh, it looks like I'm past the halfway mark. That's also unusual. And what is also unusual is that for the first time, I'm not talking about French artists. The other artists I covered, Paul Gauguin, Georges Braque, they were French. French, you can say French modern. Well, now we're dealing with German modern. This is a painting by Max Beckmann. It's called Moon Landscape. It was painted in 1925. I have a special place for German artists, although I think French artists are great. Germans are special too. And how does French art and German art differ? Well, I'll tell you. To look at French art, it tends to be happy, optimistic. Some might say escapist. An example of that is a quote from Henri Matisse. He was a giant of French modern, and he said, art should be like a comfortable armchair that a tired businessman comes to rest in after a hard day. Well, that sounds kind of escapist to me. And French art oftentimes works well with greeting cards. Not so with German art. There's another element to German art. The attitude seems more of one, life does have its moments, but life isn't always what it seems. And you have that here, I think anyway. You have dark aspects. A lot of black in here. Now, Beckmann had met the love of his life about a year before he started painting this. So he might still be riding an emotional high. And this scene was close to his home. He walked by this bridge. And we might have references to his so far positive relationship with his wife. 3 times you see a woman here dressed in red. And this might refer to those times when he took an evening stroll with his wife and paused on the bridge to look over the Main River of Frankfurt and just take in the scenery. It's a nice romantic scene, but there is the ominous element too, especially with that spike of a church tower. That's a little bit of a disquieting presence. What other things can I say in the time remaining? Well, how do we classify Max Beckmann? Well, there were several movements going on in Germany at the early part of the 20th century. We have German Expressionism, we have the Bridge movement, we have the Blue Rider movement. There's also one called New Objectivity. Now, Max Beckmann doesn't fit comfortably into any pigeonhole, but I suppose if you're forced to choose an answer, what movement did he belong with? It was the New Objectivity. New Objectivity tended toward more subdued colors, scenes from ordinary life, from everyday life. So eventually Max Beckmann's art turns very political, but I don't think he's at this stage yet. And that's something that we will get to next week. So we'll see you then. And the bell didn't ring. 1, 2, 3.